Believe it or not, Jade isn't at home. Please leave a message at the beep. He must be out or he'd pick up the phone. Where could he be? Believe it or not, Jade's not home.
Hey, I forgot what I was calling about. Damn, Jay. Nice switch up.
What's up?
What's going on, buddy?
Fired up today. I'm so excited for the show.
Yeah?
Got a lot of stuff on my agenda. Agenda Jade.
Jada.
Let's see. How's it going? How's everything?
You sound a little robotic to me.
Do I really?
Yeah, you're real muffled.
Still?
Yeah.
Let me check my speed. You sound good to me.
Check mine.
We have another snowstorm here. So maybe the snow's messing me up. Let's see. Come on, man. No.
It's kind of in and out.
Oh, my download's good. It's up there. It's going. Boom, 52, baby. Let me just, you know what? I'm going to shut down Discord. If you're not on Discord, jump on that. My speed seems okay.
Okay. You're sounding better.
Maybe it's you.
I've got 98 download, 12 upload.
You are choppy. You are sounding choppy to me now.
Yeah. Let me reset this real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, bye.
Off the weed.
How is that?
There we go.
Anyway, so I was saying I'm fired up.
Fired up.
I got a lot of stuff. Let me get a couple people, though, before I start my routine.
Just us today.
Should be.
It's you and me.
Should be. I don't need this guy, Maze.
The Jade Hoiper Show.
Jade Hoiper. Oh, my goodness. I do not want to meet that guy.
No, that guy's a nightmare.
Won't stop talking. He will not shut up. Let's see.
Won't stop talking about how many slap shots he likes to take.
He was a good hockey player, though.
He was, yeah.
Big Waz is around, looks like.
Waz? Oh.
Big Waz. Big Wazney. The Big Lord. Can you...
Yo, what up?
The Big Lord.
There he is.
From Jersey. Not really.
I'm watching Jersey Shore.
Dude, April 12th, next week.
It's on. It already started.
Oh, I just Googled it, and I looked for the premiere date, and I thought it was next week.
Oh, maybe this is like a preview episode? Yeah, I'm watching Jersey Shore Family Vacation. I'm like 20 minutes in.
Oh, nice.
It's a mess.
I was struck by Ronnie's fatness.
Yeah, well, I said this. I said it's like the first. It's like the first season, except everyone's like 75% through like a bee sting allergy.
Exactly right. They're all puffy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Except for Vinny. Vinny got skinny.
Did he? Shouts to Vinny.
Vinny looks great.
Who's missing?
Hello?
What's up?
Is it
Sammy
me
Sweetheart.
you're looking for?
Sammy Sweetheart's not in the season.
What happened to her?
Apparently Ronnie cheated on her. So she's done. She's done with the whole thing. Sammy Sweetheart. I don't mean this is gonna. I hope this doesn't come off in a mean way.
Yes.
She looks exactly like Randy Foy.
What?
Look
that
at,
is
Google Sammy Sweetheart and Randy Foy. It's the same face.
You never know. Who are we missing here? Did anybody bow out?
Not that I know of. May's here.
Is Trey in?
Just got here. Just rolled in.
Corn puzzle.
Trey's waiting. Trey's sending.
Corn puzzle. We
Sonic the
got
Hedgehog.
a lot of good questions on the ledger.
Can't wait to get to 3 of them.
Zach, I Googled Randy Foy, Sammy Sweetheart, and I got that he bought a Jersey Shore home from Bruce Springsteen.
Oh!
God damn it, Bruce.
Is he a Jersey guy? I know he went to Villanova.
Bruce is a Jersey
No,
guy.
Yeah, he is from
Randy
Jersey.
Foy.
Raised in Newark.
Okay.
I
New
think
Jersey State Player of the Year in 06.
Yeah, we know Bruce is a Jersey guy. He won't shut up about it.
Eden Le.
Is that my name in French?
Yeah.
In your French
No.
accent?
Eden
No.
Le.
No?
Eden Le.
You don't?
Eden Le.
My name doesn't sound very good in French. It's too short.
No, you want it short in French.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
you really dance with the pronunciation.
Who am I missing here? Mariano, did he check out today? Oh, you know who I was going to add?
You gotta get Trey in.
I called Trey. Trey and I and Zach were part of the Discord conversation last night in our impromptu chats there, talking with Kev the barber, talking about Compton Cowboys. We're going to try to have a real Compton Cowboy in the Monday show was.
That segment had me dying.
Oh, man.
Is there footage of this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go to YouTube.
I posted something when we went to Compton. We saw someone on a horse.
It's a wild place.
Yeah.
Bloomfield, where I am right here, we got horses. Not roaming the streets, but on a field.
On a field.
Like on a farm. Or a ranch.
Anyway, let me do... Trey, what's up, my man?
What's good?
How are you?
I'm good. Just chilling.
All right. Evan Beauchamp, thank you very much for being a Patreon. John DiMartino down in North Carolina. Ryan Mason. Rick Lewis. Killian Pender.
Raise up.
Not sure that's a real name. Porter Mason.
I'd be Cillian Pender.
Brady Harry Shearer. I added the Harry there, Zach. Chris Townsend. Scott Peros. Brendan Stokes. I'm stoked for you, Brendan. Emil Anastasio. Brian Wagner. You see what I did there? Randy Mars. Oh, I like this name. Sansan Tan. That's a beautiful name. Eli Masood, my accountant. Kevin Williams. Kyler Hallmark. Let me see.
Kyler Hallmark?
Kyler.
That's a fake name.
Hallmark. Tom Rudwick.
Yo.
Tom Rudwick again when he edited his pledge to $8. He was like, I can't get any free shit. Why am I giving you $5? I can give you $8. Rigel G. I like that. He must be a rapper, right, Waz? Soham Gadre. Rob Banks. Killian Har. Max Helbing. Watch out for Max. Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
We're up over 1,200 patrons.
Alexander Clark. Vanil Zavari. He was a guest on our show. Curtis Harris. Curtis Harris is our #1 pledger, and I don't think he knows. He's pledging us $25 a month. Thank you, Curtis. Matthew Stoyanovich, all the way from Australia. I think we're trying to get him on the show, but man, it's hard to coordinate with Australians. Christopher Walton, Steve Simpson, Dvanil.
They're all criminals.
Wait a minute, Dvanil. Wait a minute, Dvanil.
Jade.
Hold on a second.
Jade.
What?
If he's pledging twice, don't correct him.
No. Dvanil pledged.
Bossa Nova.
Dvanil pledged $10, and then a couple minutes later, he went to $1. Thank you, Dvanil. Brian Stevens, Ryan Jones, who is now our social media manager for @CountTheDings, and Lisa dubbed him Bob from marketing. Zach, simply, just Zach, thank you.
You're welcome.
And Jake Cucarola. It's a new car. It's a new car from Toyota. The Coca-Cola. It's only got 2 wheels. But anyway,
That was bad.
welcome to the
It runs on Coca-Cola. It's a Corolla that runs on Coca-Cola.
welcome to the Friday hashtag Ask Waz mailbag. Maze,
It's a car that likes to watch its wife. Never mind.
Jesus.
Excuse me?
Oh my god.
God. That's disgusting.
I expect that from Waz.
Anyway, so, Maze, did you identify any questions in the rundown or whatever that were good?
Going straight to questions.
Well, I want to just
Well,
see what
we
he,
had,
I just want to see what
I
he
think
pulls out of the
Ryan-
bag.
I think, yeah, Ryan said over under 3.5 questions answered today. So you're jumping right on it.
Oh, he's going down today.
He's going down. So from Casey at the Kent Cross, would you rather have a really bad lisp for the rest of your life or have to speak in Dr. Seuss rhymes until the Orlando Magic win a championship?
Ooh. I'll take the list.
Lisp. Put me
I
down
think
for
Dr.
lisp.
Seuss rhymes could be fun after a while once you get
I
used to it. Because
think I could-
start.
Because everybody gonna tell you shut up after a minute.
That's true. Also,
I think you could make that charming. I'm going Seuss.
Yeah, it's gotta be Seuss. The Magic have to win a championship before we all die.
Who's giving themselves dings?
I don't know.
Is that me?
Yeah,
Probably.
That was me, Jade.
Did your phone just ding yourself?
Jade just dinged himself for saying, "Is it me?"
That's our new app. You can get that at the App
Doesn't
Store.
count. That doesn't count, Jake.
Auto Dinger, the new app.
The Auto Dinger. I think I go with if I can roll around with doing Dr. Seuss. Hell yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you got kids.
So it says have to speak. So does that mean that you have to come up with them, or that you're like charmed into only speaking that way, like by a magic curse or something?
well, I don't think you should have to come up with the rhymes. That's too hard.
Well, okay,
It should
hold
just
on.
be like an automatic.
Well, if you can't come up with it, then you can't speak.
No, it's not hard because Dr. Seuss was a horrible writer. So
Oh.
none of it's hard.
Whoa.
Like they're all
Wow.
basic dumb rhymes.
Yo,
So it's
Last
like,
week you went after Freddie Mercury, and today it's Dr. Seuss.
he was
Well,
a
So all you
racist.
need is a rhyming
technically-
dictionary, basically.
Technically, it's Dr. Seuss.
He was a racist, by the way.
Dr. Seuss is a racist?
Yeah. Yeah. Before he was
My whole
Dr. Seuss, I think he did.
My whole
he,
childhood is ruined.
He did crazy racist animations for some. Carrie Chow brought it to our attention in the FOB
Experts
days.
weigh in. Oh, he's
I
got
feel like that's what all Americans were reading back then, though.
Yeah. There's a wallet in my pocket. I don't think I read
I've
that
said
one.
that before.
I don't think I read that one to my kids. Let's see here.
Oh man, apparently he was racist.
I did. Let me just get to it because I'm chomping at the bit here at this Conor McGregor thing.
Oh yeah,
I'm not,
let's
I'm
have
not
it.
buying it. I'm just not buying it. It's not a big thing. Like, who cares? Like, okay, Jade, it's not the end of the world here. If you guys don't believe me, big deal. But I'm just saying, like, it's totally staged. People, I just saw Dana White on ESPN. He's duping Delight. He's trying to explain. He's going out of his way to explain that these guys that were on this bus got, a couple cuts. You know what I mean? He's like, these guys are athletes, right? One guy got a cut in his eye, apparently. That's telltale shit right there. And listen, maybe Dana didn't know. Maybe Dana didn't know. Maybe this is all Connor. I keep wanting to call him Colin McGregor. But the thing is,
he got arrested.
It was brought up, and thank you for bringing that up. And Michelle Beadle brought it up too, on Get Up, the new show on ESPN, 7 to 10
Really
a.m.
watching that, huh? Really watching
I watch
that.
it every day.
I'm not up early enough.
I just like it for other reasons, but anyway,
You're doing your homework.
What?
I find it
Real Greenberg?
I find it cringeworthy.
You real Greenberg head?
I like watching trains crash, but the fact that he got arrested, Zach, thank you for
Yikes.
bringing that up. You know who else got arrested back in the 1960s? Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh boy.
On purpose.
Oh boy.
They sent him out.
Okay.
They sent him out when he was in New Orleans, when he was being, what they call being sheep dipped. They sent him out into the streets to act like a communist so that you get arrested. So you have a record. There's cameras there.
So you'd use Colin McGregor as an end around to get to the Kennedy stuff?
That's what he's...
Connor, not Colin.
Exactly what this...
Kanye McGregor?
Kanye McGregor.
Yes, Waz. I am.
Yeah.
The fact that he did get arrested makes this all the more suspicious to me.
Totally.
So what's an assault charge?
What's an assault charge? It's a charge for assaulting people.
What's he gonna get from that? Couple like a community
Probably
service?
nothing. He's a celebrity. He probably won't get anything for it, but he got arrested.
I'm afraid to tell Jade anything about my life because he's just gonna call bullshit on it. Like, he'll be like, "Oh, that's terrible."
Did I steer you wrong with these game ops? Did you see the one this past week with the guy dancing with no name tag?
Just because game ops are staged doesn't mean everything else in the news is staged.
Did I steer you wrong with the Titanic?
I think
yes,
so.
Yes, you probably did.
I think so. But
Jade, did I steer you wrong with the Titanic? The Titanic steered wrong, Jade. Right into a damn iceberg.
Oh, so they say, Maze. So they say. By the way, a couple notes on that. The morning of the disaster of the Titanic, there was supposed to be a lifeboat drill, conveniently called off. Conveniently. Yep.
Just want to remind everyone, this is breaking news from 1912.
Conveniently.
Maze, do you have another question?
I'm so deep on the Titanic, it's frightening me.
Jade has completely hijacked the show.
I got a
stopped at high.
Hijacked. Speaking of hijacked, right? Right, Jade? Am I right?
I got a feeling Waz is out in 30 minutes. That's what I think.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, let's see. Waz.
What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay.
How's the show?
How's the show?
All things. The show is going pretty good. We've had like 5 football players, none of which I've ever heard of, but
I was about to say, you watch football like that?
No, but we get notes. We get notes, and you get to learn a little bit about their background, so you can know what the hell you're talking about. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, my co-hosts are dope. They work hard. They bring it every week, so it's cool. Nice. Make sure y'all subscribe to Uninterrupted's The Score. Mm-hmm. Try to find it on Spotify. Spotify, I'm not gonna lie, has completely dropped the ball on this thing.
Come on,
and it's
Spotify.
Almost impossible to find. But try just go to your search bar, type in Spotlight, and then type in Uninterrupted's The Score, and we should pop up. I mean, these people are in Sweden doing God knows what, and they're hard to communicate with.
You said Spotlight. I had a flashback.
Chill. Relax.
Oh, we're not doing that yet? All right. You let me know.
But yes, please, guys, support the show. Subscribe, rate, write a review. We need all the eyeballs we can get.
Yeah, support it.
Also,
ears.
Go to draft.com. Trey, how'd you do last night?
Let me check. I don't know. I haven't followed up with it. I played.
People are telling me baseball's hard. How hard
is hard.
Is it?
It is hard. I mean, I had 2 guys get 0 points yesterday.
Oh, really?
Baseball is the worst fantasy sport, even though it's the first fantasy sport.
You don't get if you guys don't get a hit or a walk, there's no points. All right, so Giancarlo Stanton 0 for 4. Jose Abreu 0 for 5, but it's all right. We'll come back to that.
I'm in the Count the Dings Fantasy Baseball League over on ESPN.
Oh, you're in that,
Anthony Mays, my team name is Sensei of the Sixth String. So you better take that back, that whole slander about fantasy baseball.
Nice.
Jade, you know what I'm doing though? This Masters.
Yes, how is that going right now?
I'm losing a lot, but it's fun. It's kind of stressful to follow because like I'm living and dying with every Tiger Woods bogey.
I'm excited. He's teeing off in about an hour. So
and let me tell you, this Patrick can't play. He's killing me.
Can't lay up?
My God, he's killing me. 6 bogeys.
I I've
Two
just
double bogeys.
Going for it.
I don't know
you
if draft
I don't
did
think
some
it's gonna make
type
the
of program on me, but every draft I enter, the last 10, I swear to God, I've had the 6th pick. You know.
Oh.
And
funny you mentioned that because in 1912,
there you go.
that Titanic was supposed to come off the Pier 6.
Yep.
But the morning of, it went out the Pier 7. Do with that what you will.
You know,
I think the Zach Johnson's going to save me.
They only tested the Titanic for about 30 minutes in sea conditions. I'm sorry, 30 minutes. It was like an
30
hour.
minutes.
I don't even know what it was, to be honest. But
You
it was a
get your
very
heart rate going
it was a
30
very
minutes.
short amount of time, and they only ran at half speed.
So they tested the Titanic in some amount of time that you don't deem acceptable, but we don't know what that is.
It was less than half the time that was deemed necessary. Let me just say it like that.
What does that have to do with an iceberg?
I'll tell you what it has to do with an iceberg, Tom. Fantasy sports fans, listen up.
Oh, you know what that has to do with an iceberg?
What?
You're going to earn some cold, hard cash.
Your chances of winning on draft are 80% better than on salary cap sites. That's why draft is our favorite fantasy sites. Our promo code is B, the number 2, and B, get paid out the next day. It's very fun. It's very quick. You know what I like it for, guys? When I'm waiting. Like, so the other day I was at the doctor's waiting for my wife to get to do sonogram pictures for our next kid, and I did a draft while waiting for her.
Whoa! I just hit 1,000 followers on there.
Insert the promo code B, the number 2B, money back guarantee of up to $100.
You want to know how many followers I got?
What?
1,015.
Damn.
About that.
All right. I do.
And I also have won $441, so don't rob me. I'm not
Damn.
Safari.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks,
bros.
I'm about negative that amount.
In real life or me?
No, I'm not a good. I don't have good luck.
Cause you're a blog boy, Jay. You're a blog boy. You don't watch the games enough.
Speaking of blog boys, dude, Trey, you got to watch out with those Kevin Durant tweets, man. We're trying to do business with this guy. You're killing his hair.
Too bad, then, because I just posted one talking about good morning to everybody that condition their hair.
You know he hates that. Dude.
I don't care.
His agent's sending that over. He's fuming
Jade,
right
you
now.
were just roasting an ESPN's premiere show.
Well, I didn't roast it.
While we have ESPN guests on the show.
You called it a train wreck.
You said it was cringeworthy.
Did I say that?
This is the thing.
I
got love for certain people that's affiliated with certain stuff. But listen, all jokes fly, man. All jokes fly. That's
maybe Jade meant that it's so good that he cringes. Maybe that's what he meant.
Maybe he's biting his knuckle or some shit.
Anyway, let me get my first guest on all the way from Portugal. Portugal. Oh man.
Oh boy. All right, we got to fill some time here, guys. So I'm going to tell you about this Jersey Shore reboot, Family Vacation.
Did you watch it?
I'm 20 minutes into the first episode.
We got Ronaldo coming on.
Yeah, we got Ronaldo coming.
Funny you bring him up. Were you a Jersey Shore guy when it was on, Harper?
I was.
Yeah, I wrote recaps about it.
Yeah, it's a fucking great show. Oh my God.
Coming in hot.
How many microphones are you talking into right now?
3 or 4.
João.
Jesus Christ.
João.
Whoa.
Holy. It sounds
I was
like
gonna
you're
say, this
orbiting
guy's
the
got a lot of freaking energy, but then I realized it's 6:30 over there. PM.
Hey, Waz.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, man, everything is good here. I'm also going home from work.
It sounds like you're in 2 tunnels.
Wait,
are you in a canyon?
You're not in the office anymore?
Yeah, I'm in the office. I'm sorry. This room is a little big, and I have
you work in a giant office by yourself?
Not by myself, but I'm alone now. Everybody went home. So I'm
drinking?
here for the show.
Are you drinking?
Cover yourself in a jacket.
João comes to us all the way from Portugal. You're in Porto, correct?
Now I'm in Guimarães. I work in Guimarães, but I live in Porto, yes.
And you are a scouting... Are you the director of scouting? What is your role in the scouting department for the soccer team out of Guimarães?
I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. I work in a scouting department. I already work doing scouting work, but now I do some other things with video and highlights from our own players.
So wait, you were telling me what? You're from the island of Madeira.
Madeira Island, yes.
Which is off the coast there.
Yeah, it's a small island in the Atlantic.
And you were telling me a very, very famous football player is from
there are two famous people there. That's Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know if you know him.
I think I've heard of him.
Yeah.
And me.
Wow.
I made it to the Mailbag, so I'm famous enough.
That's fair.
I like that.
And how do you find time to be a freaking soccer scout and keep up with the NBA?
I played basketball for 10 years, so I watch NBA for many years now, and I have a degree in communication. I work as a journalist. Then I went to a club, but the NBA is an addiction. So I sleep few hours. That's it.
Yeah, because you're also a father of two daughters.
Father, 4 and 2 was 4 and 2.
Jesus Christ.
You listen to this show way too often. I love it. At first it took me a second to understand what you were trying to communicate there, but then I said, wait a minute. This guy.
Anyway, we are talking.
Did that just happen?
Yeah.
Yes, that just happened, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Hey. Oh my God, that's funny. So anyway, thank you for a little Portuguese. Yeah. How many languages do you speak, João?
Just two.
Just no Spanish?
Just English. Nah, I can understand Spanish, and I can say a few words, but I don't speak fluently. I'm not Mace. Mace, do you speak Portuguese?
Nah, Portuguese is tough, man, because it reads like Spanish, but it sounds like Italian. So I haven't quite figured that one out yet.
Okay.
What is what is the relationship like between Portuguese and Spaniards, though? Is you guys antagonistic?
We have a saying here in Portugal that is from Spain: bad weathers and bad marriages. So.
Nice.
We're neighbors. We're neighbors.
Fuck them.
Jesus.
Fuck them Spaniards.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Hey, I didn't say that, man.
I'll cut that out.
I didn't say that, y'all. I didn't say that, y'all.
Speaking of,
they gonna do us like.
Hey, Trey.
Speaking of famous Spaniards. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Italians. We weren't speaking of famous Italians.
Allegedly.
We were talking about Christopher Columbus. Why were we talking about Christopher Columbus?
Because
are you talking about murder?
Murderous and racist.
We're talking about that guy that discovered America, and he's allegedly Italian, Genovese, allegedly.
Yes, allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to claim the guy who had the first genocide of North America. I don't know if you want to claim that.
Cutting off noses of people in Caribbean islands.
Pouring hot oil down their throat because they didn't bring enough gold to him. Cut off their hands.
Yeah. It was not a good guy.
Shouts to Jersey Shore, by the way.
And I have to say, we have a lot of bad guys in our history.
Right?
That's so dumb.
Do you remember the Sopranos episode, the Christopher Columbus parade? Anyways,
yeah.
Also, so wait, where is he from? Where is he actually from? He's Portuguese.
Some say he's Portuguese. Some say he was born in a small village called Cuba that we have here in Portugal.
Cuba, like the island of Cuba?
Yes, Cuba.
Huh. Interesting.
I'm just realizing right now I don't know anything about Portugal.
Tell us something. What's
except that Brazilian women speak the language. That's it.
That's it. That's Portuguese.
If you had to pick on just an unnamed map where Portugal is, how close do you think you'd get?
I could get pretty close.
Okay.
Because we wanted to go to Lisbon, me and my homies.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yes, you went to Barcelona, right?
Yes, I did.
He's still there, if you know what I mean.
Oh, man, I've never left.
It's awesome, Barcelona. Awesome.
João, what is your question?
My question is, would you rather be able to always tell if someone is lying or always get away with any lie you tell?
Oh, man, get away with all the lies.
That's
Definitely.
a goddamn good question. I can already tell when things or people are lying. You know me.
Yeah, I don't even care if people are lying.
So.
But getting away with lies is fire.
I would leverage my ability to read people and become an FBI profiler.
Yeah. Don't use leverage and liar in the same sentence.
Actually,
that's the second one, Tom.
Actually, they kind of go together.
They do.
Does that really mean that? Was that the second meaning? Is that the definition of it? Let's go on dictionary.com.
Leverage the lie.
I would want to. I would want to know that people are lying. I think I'm with Maze. I'd want to find a way to make that work for me.
I just love to be able to like walk into like an interrogation room and just be like, "Where are the diamonds?" And then just call the bluff.
That's pretty cool.
What the fuck is that?
Where are the diamonds?
Tom, what is that?
What?
It was just came across my timeline.
What is this?
Timeline.
What's going on?
It's a hippo ass eating party. That's what that is.
It's
what?
It's a hippo with no ass.
By the way, hippos are a seriously dangerous animal.
The most dangerous.
They are not friendly.
Really?
Only mosquitoes kill more than humans.
They just eat.
You guys seen the video of like the hippo chasing the boat, the power boat?
No,
I've never seen that.
I'm not.
Hey, Zach, can I ask you a question?
Only one.
Only one.
Can you tell that he's lying?
Yeah.
Since I work in soccer, I have some thoughts on football.
Okay.
We call it football because it's played with the feet and it's played with the ball.
Yeah.
Why do you call your football if it's 95% played with hands, and to call that a ball, it's kind of a stretch?
No, a ball doesn't have to be round, so it can be a ball.
It's still inflated. It's still inflated.
Yeah, it's still
counter
inflated.
that the Cambridge Dictionary defines ball as a sphere-shaped object.
He was ready. João was ready.
Because our game can't start until someone kicks it.
Okay.
Yes,
There you go.
football.
That's the thing?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, wait. What was football first? See, there's an issue here. Rugby's football too, correct?
Right.
We just bully some shit. Like, fuck it. Y'all ran out of names, so we're going to call it football too.
So I don't know. Like maybe.
Actually, the dictionary says a solid or hollow, spherical or egg-shaped object that is kicked, thrown, or hit in a game. That is a definition of ball. There you go. It's egg-shaped, sort of.
I thought, Zach. I thought the definition was these nuts.
I wish that would go into like a Pavarotti doing it. These nuts. That would be beautiful.
These nuts.
There you go. Who did that?
Oh, who did that? Come on.
It was Zach.
Anyway, João, one more item I thought was curious from your notes from our call. During the Declaration of Independence signing,
allegedly,
they toasted the signing with a very special wine that came from João's island of Madeira.
Oh, wow.
It's true. It was a wine. It's a licorice wine. It was a wine that survived.
That sounds terrible.
It was
it's sweet.
It was.
Is it black licorice or red?
Yeah,
licorice?
that's a good question.
Black.
Sambuca?
It's red.
Uzo?
I think.
Oh,
no,
okay, that's better.
No.
It's red. It survived well the boat ride.
It was literally the last bottle they had in the house there.
Crack that open.
Crack that open, man. Hold on a second. They didn't have red licorice back then.
How you know?
Like Twizzlers?
Yep. Twizzlers invented in 1340 by John L. Twizzler.
The fourth.
Wait, is that a real fact?
No, that's completely
Oh my God, Trey.
I'm so mad.
Trey, you're a national treasure.
Trey needs that power.
I'm an airhead sometimes.
That was amazing.
When it comes to white shit, I'm an airhead for sure.
Anyway, João. One other thing that
Twizzlers is 100% white.
João.
I'm a red vine guy.
I love red vines. Yeah.
He's telling me about this soccer player who plays for Arsenal. What's his name?
Aaron Ramsey. I don't know if you know him.
Have you anyone heard of this Aaron Ramsey conspiracy? And it's not a conspiracy. It's what do you call this?
I don't know. Probably coincidence, but
every time this guy scores,
he's a Welsh player who plays for Arsenal. But he has an interesting story because when he scores, celebrities around the world start making their will because there are funny business happening. Because I'll just read some to you. He scored a goal on May 1st, 2011. Next day, Osama bin Laden was killed. October 2nd.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Thank you.
October 2nd, 2011. Another goal. Another 3 days later, no more Steve Jobs.
Damn.
Go ahead.
February 11, 2012. In the same day, Whitney Houston passed away.
What?
Yes.
Wait, so he's a goal killer?
He took out Osama, Steve Jobs, and Whitney?
Keep going.
Yep.
Jeez. Calm down, Zach. There's more. November 30th, 2013. The same day that Paul Walker had his accident.
Oh
no!
Wow, you really served that one up for Zach.
I'm gonna kill Zach.
I'm sorry, man. Hey, Tom, on our birthday date, January 9th, 2016, David Bowie died the next day.
No! He scored a goal during that?
I'm just saying some names. There are more. And
question.
Yeah.
He doesn't score a lot of goals.
He scores.
He's so like there are goals he scores where people don't die?
Yes.
No, someone's getting got.
All right.
It's kind of like when Russell Westbrook gets a triple double type thing, like when it happens every day.
Try to debunk this, Maze.
It's like when he shoots too many threes and they don't win. That's something like that. But I just want to say one last thing about this. Yesterday he played and he scored 2 goals. So
who died?
I don't know. Let's wait and see.
Hopefully nobody on this don't die.
Hopefully nobody.
Listen, that'd be.
Hey, I am having the Riddler on later. So
cool.
Anyway, João, thank you so much for joining us.
Nobody?
Thank you for being a fan. Thanks for participating in the Discord chat.
People are always telling me to give a shout to the Count the Dink server on Discord. You know that thing that I like a lot being there because you know the thing where in Twitter everything is crazy in a matter of minutes discussing anything. And there we discussed like normal people. So I say to the people to become a patron and come and join us.
All right. Hey, João.
Sweet.
Well, I love you, man.
Thank you, Jade.
All right. Peace.
Ciao.
Bye. See you on Discord.
No. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, please hang up.
Anyway, Maze, you have a question?
From Fanny Lou Hamerstan at Brune. If you had to pick one 80s action movie star to help you fight David West, who would you choose and why?
I mean, what are our choices here? Isn't it just Sylvester Stallone?
Dolph Lundgren, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Van Damme.
We're going Frank
Terminator.
Definitely.
From Bloodsport. Frank Dukes from Bloodsport, because David West and Chun-Li, the main bad guy in Bloodsport, are kind of built the same. Same body type. So I'm going Van Damme.
Maybe I'll just go with Bruce Willis.
The Terminator was choice. 1984. Predator 1987. Okay. Running Man 87. Conan 82. This guy was all about the 80s.
Yeah, he had a run.
He was killing.
Twins 88. Red Heat 88.
Are they making a?
When was Total Recall though?
It's like 90s.
90s.
92?
Yeah, it must have been the 90s.
That's the defined movie right there.
I saw a question I wanted to get to in there. Did you see the one about the jacket, Maze?
Yeah. So that one is from Juice Stain at Nixon 94. As a bald white guy, I can't wear a bomber jacket because I look like a skinhead. Does your appearance not allow you to rock a certain style that you might otherwise?
Can you also read the reaction from Jared Dubin?
Yeah, Dubin at J Dubin 5. As a bald white guy that wears bomber jackets all the time, this is nonsense. Grow a beard and then you won't look like a skinhead.
See, I can't grow a beard.
Skinheads
Jared.
don't have beards?
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
Exactly. I think, yes.
That's against the skinhead ideology to have.
Yeah, because your face is part of your head, and if you have a beard over it, it's not skin.
Let me bring up.
When you grow the beard out, you look like the dude from Guess Who.
Kind of looks like Bill Plaschke with some glasses on. Yeah.
That beard thing has to be stemmed from like the hashtag beard gang from Black Twitter. It's got to be. Like, that's got to be related there. So they like, you know what? No beards. That's what those damn naggers are wearing all the time.
Oh, my God. Oh, no. Jade.
Oh, he did that with a southern accent.
Yeah.
Good God.
Don't stand Mark shit.
Oh, man.
Please, guys. This day in your calendar, the day that Jay dropped an N-bomb
unintentionally
on the podcast.
Is Jay the new Thanos?
He might be.
All right, hold on a second.
Man, Thanos is really gonna drop that, huh?
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And Waz is not gonna watch this. Thanos is supposed to say the N-word in Infinity War.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's how we know he's really evil.
Tarantino wrote it.
Well, I mean, Tarantino. Yeah.
He's gonna go to Wakanda and drop the N-word.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fire. I hope he says, "Can I say it, Jay?"
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I took you. It's my break.
Yo, Trey, you're crazy.
Have you listened to the Monday show lately, Trey? Have you listened to it at all?
No, but this is Friday. You gotta ask, man. Friday is for the kids.
It is for the kids.
Oh my God. Not anymore.
Fridays is for the kids, so I had to ask a lot of stuff.
It's just for the white kids now.
Yeah, this is definitely for the. You put that back, Mom.
Oh my God.
You put that back or you're dead.
Oh my God.
Oh man, shout out to the little white kids, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, what are you feeling here?
What am I feeling? Waiting for trying to get in touch with our next guest.
Okay.
Why, you got something to say?
Do a question.
Maze.
From Seek Budenholzer at Dat Work. Heard on a podcast this week that Montana's population is only 0.6% Asian and 0.4% Black. Would you rather live in a place where you're the only person of your race gender or in a place where everyone shared your race gender? Race/gender.
Who would pick the first one?
I mean,
that sounds terrifying.
Just being.
Guess anybody that lives in Montana.
Yes.
I mean, welcome to being Black, Zach.
You're not alone, Waz.
Hey, man. So well,
we're fucking surrounded. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, no, we got you surrounded. That's for sure.
You know what's funny? I had two choices in college, right? And to go to Iowa or Montana, right? And
those were her names.
I really,
Nothing.
So I'm sitting there like, okay, what's in Iowa, right? And the city is called Favre.
Okay.
Right? And
like Brett Favre?
I used to say Favre, but they were like, no, it's Favre, right? And I was like, is it a lot of black people in Montana? And then I was like, is it a lot of black people in Iowa? And I was really trying to think hard, you know what I mean? But actually Des Moines has a black like community, like a ghetto. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to Iowa instead. Like, you know what I mean? So that was my choice, and that was the reason why I ended up there versus going to.
So you wanted to hang out with Harrison Barnes?
You know what? Harrison Barnes was 13 years old when I was there.
Ricky Davis.
I wouldn't have been hanging out with Harrison Barnes, but I was hearing about him, like the buzz, and I was like, "What? It's a black kid here that's killing?" And I was like, "Oh, all right." But also, Jade, I think 10 miles from my school was where the KKK started in Charles City.
Eesh.
Why'd you have to single me out?
No, because it's your show, so I have to talk
random
like
facts for Jade.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it to Waz. Waz would be like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck that city. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain shit you tell Waz. You gotta tell some Waz is interesting.
Yeah, Waz will drop that hard ER on the cracker again.
He'd be like, listen, my boy. I don't want to.
So now there are a lot more Asians in the South, but when I was growing up, there really wasn't. I think in my high school, other than my brother, there was only like 2 or 3 other Asian people. So it was interesting growing up in an environment where I was basically the only Asian person. Like, I didn't have any Asian friends. There's like one Asian family that our parents were friends because all Asians know each other. And so like they would like try to push us together as friends, but other than being Asian, we didn't really have anything in common. So it was definitely
wanted
interesting.
to hang out with nothing but Negroes, huh?
Well, I was on the basketball team.
Oh boy.
Listen, you know what's funny about that? When you told me that you were from Little Rock,
yeah,
I couldn't believe that shit.
People don't believe me half the time.
No, and that's probably simple-minded of me because I only think about Derek Fisher when I see Little Rock. But just the fact that, nah, I ain't fucking with him. I really ain't fucking with Derek Fisher either. Don't get it twisted. Don't make me see him in a positive light. But but still, just being in Little Rock, Arkansas, which I've never been to Arkansas, but I'm trying to see a positive light in Arkansas. I'll never go there.
No, they don't.
There's not much positive.
That's
about
a good question. That's a good question for the panel. What city would you never find yourself in? Like never in the United States.
Mississippi.
Biloxi? Yeah, I've never been to Mississippi.
You said you'll never be in Mississippi, Waz?
I live there. Waz, don't do it.
Yeah, the fact that you live there too, but I feel like
it was weird.
I feel like you was on the other side, Zach. And then they probably beat you up because you was cool with black people.
Yo, I got in a lot of fights. In my 1 year there, I got in a lot of fucking fights. It was crazy. It was like every week someone was testing me. It was like, what can you do?
Because you was getting tapers.
Yo, you know what's funny though about what Eden said is like, I remember being so confused. I lived in West Point, Mississippi, and I think it's like 25,000 people in that town. And I remember there being a Chinese restaurant, and there were no Asian people in that town. And I was so confused by that. And it was terrible.
It's like, why is this here?
Like, yeah, why is this here? Like, there shouldn't be, like, and I was like, what was I? I was 12 at the time. So I didn't really understand anything in life. But I was just like, why is there a Chinese restaurant when there are no Asian people here?
Wait, so was it even run by Asian people?
No, it was all white people.
Oh,
I told y'all I only seen white people on the TV.
And like it was segregated without being segregated because I went to the private school there and it was all white people. And then the public school there was like 95% black people. So, I mean, and it was a stark contrast.
Fun fact, Compton used to be all white.
Really?
Yeah, like Harlem.
That's like most places in America, though.
Yep. We were white.
Like 2 Negroes move in, and then the white people get
out.
Yeah, they cleared house because I was looking at a Dominguez yearbook.
Yeah,
and it was from I think 1950 something like that.
Okay,
it was all white. And I was like, what the hell?
Back then, Dominguez was called Dominic.
Anyway, our next guest comes to us all the way. Speaking of Los Angeles, Mr. J-Logic, are you here?
I'm here.
Nice.
The infamous J-Logic.
The infamous J-Logic, who was on the old Waz show, which I can't call by its name. Maybe I can. Who cares? Waz speaks.
Waz yelling.
Waz yells.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Waz and Mariana for not giving up my government name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you gotta move like what? You gotta move like lasagna out in the streets.
Yo, J-Logic, why is that a thing in the urban community? I don't care what somebody does for a living. They never want to be called their government name. I myself included.
unless you're in a job interview, there's no need for it.
Mm. That's fair.
I mean, I kind of roll the same way, honestly.
Jay, you don't have like a crazy nickname though, bro.
No.
Well,
But
his name's Jade.
No, but it's
Well,
more
he
about
doesn't need a nickname.
it's more about like the way I comport myself. Is that the right word? In a way, like I wear my hat all the time, for instance, right? And so when I have to go and do government things or do official things, I have to like change that, and I don't like that, man. I hate that. You know.
So that's your nickname is your hat. Your hat's your nickname. It's kind of like your alter ego.
It's a metaphorical.
So you put your hat on, and then you become a whole nother person.
Jade, I have an uncomfortable question.
Do you have a hat on right now?
Yes.
Why do you have a hat on in the house and you're not going anywhere?
It helps me think better.
And honestly, when you're bald like us, your head gets really cold because there's no hair to cover it.
So Jade, is that your thinking cap?
Go ahead, Harper. Go ahead. What's the question?
Granted, this is uncomfortable.
Trey, that was a joke, right?
It was a joke.
It was definitely a dad joke.
Jade, when it's time to make another Hoy child, does your hat stay on, or do you take it off, or do you just turn it backwards?
That's hilarious. That's so fucking funny. Oh my God.
First of all,
I'm just gonna let that go.
Wearing a hat during sex is hilarious.
That's a crazy move. That's
some porn shit, man.
Yeah.
Socks and hat on. It's business time.
I will say this. I prefer to wear a t-shirt.
The hat on what?
I do prefer to wear a t-shirt.
That's
making a kid, so he's not putting a hat on that.
Good. Yeah, you're definitely not putting a hat on that. So that's hatless. But wearing a hat, Jade, wearing it backwards like a bat catcher is funny.
It is.
Is he gonna rock Monarchs too?
Oh my God!
Listen, now if you put on Monarchs, that's for traction, bro.
Dude,
you won't slide. That's why I stopped wearing socks because I used to skid.
The Monarchs have seen it all. That's the name of the porn, right there.
The Monarchs seen it all. Yes.
No, you're a psychopath if you wear socks during sex, because like you're right. You can. That's dangerous.
I do though. Like it depends. It depends how much I care about her.
Spider-Man, like you're gonna slide all over the place.
No, because I gotta go. I'm on the go.
It doesn't take that long to get socks back on.
He's on some. I'm gonna hit it and quit it. Keep the socks rolling.
Unless you're trying to have sex like Jamiroquai and slide all over. I don't.
Hey, Waz, I don't
Risky
know
business.
if you co-sign this or
Risky
not,
business.
but in the black community, you take your socks off, you love her.
Oh
my God!
Yeah, we got to make a book. Trey, let's make the book.
Too many places with hardwood floors.
Hey,
like,
man, Jay,
we gotta do a book.
Somebody pay. We good. We ain't doing no more free shit, Randy.
Oh no, my brother's ready, man. He wants the Count the Dings annual.
All right,
he's ready to go. That is a phenomenal idea. Anyway, J-Logic, what's up, my man?
I mean, just now I know why Trey and Waz's voice always messed up. And y'all, I didn't know you got to this early in the morning. So
yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Waz. Trey's like a.
Thank God I didn't DJ last night, so I'm good.
Trey's an up and at 'em guy. Now I wanted to shout out 101 Apparel is the company you work for.
I sound like a kid.
Nah, you good, man. I'm saying like some nights I know when you go out and you get it in. And they call you up and you're like, yo, what's up?
Get it in.
I'm here.
Hashtag get it in. You work for 101 Apparel. You sent me a box full of clothes, including some stuff for the kids. Thank you so much for doing that. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. Hit up me and Trey, but Mariana told me Trey was cool, said he has too much clothing as it is, and I believe that. I'm pretty sure.
No, if you're following, I've been giving away stuff every day. I'm converting to minimalism.
I wore the purple shirt yesterday. I loved it.
Every day I'm trying to trim down some stuff. I'm going down to downtown LA, and hopefully I don't get arrested for giving away some clothes.
I'm taking. I'm trying to get rid of as much stuff as possible too, Trey. But I will always take free stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I got some shirts. Waz actually got you for your boogie sweater. I seen him.
Okay.
So that's the second thing that Waz has got you for.
God, man. Working on larceny here, Waz.
Logic, you're also a DJ.
Yes, sir. Been DJing. I've been collecting a check as a DJ since 1998.
Oh, okay.
You have a very eclectic music taste. We were talking. You like the Smiths. That blew my mind.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I grew up I'm the second and youngest of 7. So, and like my oldest brother, he's like 30, 35 years older than me because he's from my dad's first marriage. So I got hand-me-down music from, decade after decade after decade for years. So I was listening to stuff that most kids had no idea about when I was like 7, 8 years old.
Were you checking out Echo and the Bunnymen?
Nah, that was, even though I'm half white, that's too white for me.
Real? Whoa. The Smiths are less white than Echo and the Bunnymen? No.
Yeah, the Smiths. Because look, if you go to a Smith show in L.A., Trey will vouch for this. A Smith show in L.A. is nothing but my Latino community and a few black folks and a smidgen of white folks at a Smith show in L.A.
The Smith show.
Anytime Morrissey
right.
plays in L.A.
Ooh,
correct.
All Latino folks out there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
All sad Latino folks.
You seen Morrissey live?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm jealous. He's a phenomenal performer. What other bands? How about Susie and the Banshees? Did you dabble in them?
Oh, she's dope. I was told from a friend who was on tour with them that she would show up in full makeup and full regalia at breakfast when everyone's like hungover, showing up for sound checks. Like she shows up dressed to the nines to eat toast and orange juice.
So who was exposing you to the 80s new wave? Like who was that?
I'm telling you, I'm like the sibling next to me, the bookend to me is like 5 years older than me. So everyone else is like 5 to 30 years older than me. So
nice.
I got stuff thrown at me. I had to wear a lot of hand-me-downs, like clothing, music, everything was hand-me-down in my family.
So
growing up.
How many siblings are there?
There's 7 of us.
Are you all like full brother and sister? Or are you different parents?
4 half, and 2 are full blood.
So,
but like also Trey, I tell you, like Trey, you know how we, in the black community, we got play family. Where you got to play moms, play pops.
Yeah, you got to play mom or play uncle.
Yeah,
etc. It goes down the line. Yeah,
play brothers, play sisters. So there's really like 12 of us if you really count.
Oh wow.
All the kids.
And Jay, what he means is if you spent more than say like my man on the Illmatic picture with you, right?
That's Darcel. That's the girl.
Darcel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Okay, Darcel. Darcel would be your children's auntie in a black community because y'all grew up together.
Right.
Unofficially.
No, we have that in the white community too,
No, it's pretty tight, but I'm just telling you, that's what everybody, you'd be like, oh, meet J-Logic, be like, oh, this is my auntie. And it's like, that's really just your mom's best friend from high school. But like, we're not going to say, like, we're not going to go back into that detail. It's just like, hey, this is his auntie. And she gets to say that she's her honorary auntie.
Although I don't know if we go quite that far with it.
Well, see, we go that far.
Yeah.
We go that far. So, like, if I bring somebody around, I'm always saying somebody's my cousin. And it's like, that's not my cousin because I just want them to be warmly accepted easier when you introduce to the crowd.
What's Kev to you?
So Kev is like a brother.
My barber.
No. I only say he's my barber on this. Kev is like my big brother. Like, right. Kev like used to take me to school. Kev would let me hang out at the picnics because he was a part of a car club, like a very popular car club and stuff like that. So he's like a brother. But nice. I mean, when I got back from college, I would call him because I didn't know that we were that close in age. We're not that close in age, but like probably I think it's like 9 years gap. I would used to say Uncle Kev, and he's like, nah, bro, like I'm your big bro because I'm not that much older than you. And I was like, all right, bet.
Hey, Logic.
What up, sir?
So you said you're half white, half black. Now, are your other half brothers or sisters full black or the same?
The top 4, the oldest, they're full black, and then my bookends, the one older and one younger than me, are half.
Interesting. Is that interesting? Or
yes, it is. Logic, you are the first Logic I liked. Because since you've been on, you haven't told us that you were biracial and continue to tell us that you were biracial. So I rock with you.
All right.
Wait, run that by me again? Run that by me again, Trey?
So he's the first Logic that I actually like because he didn't spend time letting us know at the beginning when he got on that he was biracial and then towards the end that he was biracial. Like, I get it. He just said, a mix. Cool. That's it.
Damn
he
it,
didn't have
man.
to bring it back up to get like a rites of passage.
I was hoping that people were going to think that this was the actual logic. But anyway, we're past that now.
Well, you said you threw Jay in it.
I'm
If you would have just said,
I'm just kidding.
You know what, Jade? This is the actual logic to me. How about that?
He's the real logic.
Real logic.
Anyway,
Zach.
do you have a question for the panel?
Yeah, this is a question I kind of use if I'm meeting new people or if I'm on a date to find out if the person has trash tasting music or is a serial killer. I kind of want to get folks, all the B2B stands to join in on this with the hashtag B2B Music Fest. So if you guys had to pick 10 acts, dead or alive, to headline your own music fest, who would it be?
Whew.
10 acts, dead or alive.
Who's going to take this?
Number one, Lord. Did you see what she did? This Whitney thing?
I briefly saw. I couldn't.
Oh my God!
I couldn't decode it. What is it?
Sorry, she tweeted a picture of a full bathtub with "And I will always love you."
Wow.
What's that mean?
Yes. Whitney died drowned in a bathtub.
Whitney died in a bathtub, dog.
Jesus God.
And she got dragged.
Jesus Christ, Lord.
And you see why
Lord, have
mistakenly
mercy.
put her.
Get it? Anyway, my 10 acts. My 10 acts.
Yeah, still ringing from all the dings you just gave yourself.
I'm going Radiohead.
Definitely.
Why don't we go around this? We'll do the. I'll go first. Radiohead. Zach, go ahead. You can add to my festival.
I think what's the best show? Oh, all right. This is.
We have no money to put this festival on, people.
This is very local, But one of the best shows I ever saw was in Minneapolis. My guy POS, the phenomenal local Minneapolis rapper, part of Doomtree.
Does it stand for piece of shit?
I guess so. Could be point of sales. Who knows? But yeah, I would go.
He's
POS.
white and he raps, so
He's black and he doesn't. He's not white at all.
He is black.
He's very black.
I'm gonna go with SeatGeek's finest Hall and Oates, which you can get tickets for in Charlotte. They're coming to Charlotte, and I'm gonna pick up tickets on SeatGeek. Hall and Oates,
great band.
If they can hit it live.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Come on.
Wow.
This guy.
Seriously.
He was a prodigy, bro.
That is some serial killer.
He was a prodigy, bro.
Hey, you know who else was a prodigy? Austin Rivers.
Yes.
He's a progeny. He's not a prodigy.
Nice. That was funny.
Wow. So you got.
Besides the obvious Michael Jackson, I definitely want to see Elvis Presley so I could laugh at him.
Why?
That's a sick reason.
I don't understand the killing of Elvis Presley. I really don't.
Wait, you mean Elvis Presley?
He
You mean Justin
appropriated
Timberlake?
black culture, Jade.
He's a thief. He's a thief.
I got my 10.
I don't know.
And gave none of the credit up.
Actually,
you know what? It wasn't all his fault, dude. It's like that's what the label owners did. They were like, if we could get a white guy to sing all these great black songs,
I don't think that's quite
that much more money.
I don't think he was that much of a puppet, though. I don't think it was like a Tin Pan Alley thing.
I like that.
You seen those Hawaii movies?
No. Like he may have turned into one.
Don't have a conspiracy about Elvis? Elvis is conspiracy proof?
Now I'm gonna get back to this, but I think that you're generalizing this history too much here.
All right, I got mine. Jay-Z, Kanye West, Tyler the Creator, Toro y Moi, Usher, Michael Jackson, Prince, Kendrick Lamar, Tupac, and Biggie.
And Linkin Park.
No.
And Linkin Park?
And Biggie.
Limp Bizkit.
Are you gonna have Linkin Park in there?
Yo, Trey, have you ever seen Biggie perform? Trey,
what's up?
You ever seen Biggie perform live? It's not that exciting, man.
No, it wasn't that, but it's just the idea of just being around.
Wow,
that part,
with
you know
the big slander this early in the morning.
No.
If you want to see,
Logic also flexed too on that.
Yo, did we? Yeah, he definitely just flexed on it. I'm not.
Yeah, Trey. If you want to see an overweight guy breathe heavy into a microphone on stage, I'll do another live show.
Yeah, that's hilarious. No, don't come for the BIG like that. No, but did you guys recently just see shouts to Justin Tinsley. Tupac's Lost Notes.
No.
Oh, you guys got to peep that. He's like anti everything, dude.
I felt like that was a very judgmental no from J-Logic.
No. I want to know what format is it streaming on. Is it a
No. It was on Twitter. It was actually he wrote it up at I think it was for the Undefeated.
Hey,
okay.
Eden, what's your side stage festival?
Side stage, since this is very appropriate for side stages, I think I'm the only one into electronic.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I've seen Boys Noise a couple of times in live, and he's really good live, and I would see him again every
I've
single
seen
time.
Boys Noise. Yeah, that was the next thing I was going to say, for sure.
Burning Man. Did you see him at Burning Man, Maze?
No, I saw Bass Nectar at Burning Man.
That's just fucking funny. Has anyone else been to Burning Man? No. Did you take the van there?
Negative.
No, this was pre-van. Pre-van days.
So you're an early burner, not like a recent jump on the.
I mean,
Burning Man
I wouldn't
train?
even say it was early. I went I was 21, so like 8 years ago.
Okay, still before
21,
it got like
21,
mainstream.
22.
I can't believe
it was
Eden.
still pretty
I can't
mainstream,
believe you
but
haven't gone.
it's a commitment, yo.
Yeah, I don't
Eden's
know,
committed?
man. Like,
No?
Well, you gotta like know people who are going, link up with the camp if you really want to do it right, and then you have to like work. You have to work on your stuff for like probably all year.
When is it?
To be
and
ready.
to be honest, like I really like
August.
being clean.
Yes, that too.
Like I
Yes.
like washing my hair. I like being clean. I like feeling clean in general. So
you like
I don't
using
think I could
running
do it.
toilets with running water?
Do you wash
Yeah.
your hair with apple cider vinegar? No, I'm just playing.
I heard that's really good for your hair.
It is
though.
pretty good for your hair, though.
It's like
I'm not gonna lie.
makes your
Washing
hair really
your
soft
hair-
and glossy.
I could get.
Do you guys use olive oil as lip gloss?
No, but I
No.
do. So, boss, I got a beard now. You haven't seen me in a minute.
You have a beard?
I have a beard
Wow.
right
You
now.
need to post a
And-
picture. We want to see.
No, what the hell? I'm not a Twitter
People
honey.
want to see.
Yeah, olive oil or what's the other?
Coconut oil?
Or
Coconut
coconut
oil.
oil. Both are like to make my beard shine. So, been using that.
Yeah, you are now officially a part of Shea Butter Twitter.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I'm on my hotep shit. I'm about to start tripping in a minute.
About to start rocking Kente cloth and phone posits.
Mr. J-Logic, any final thoughts, my man?
No, man.
You want to talk about Atlanta, J-Logic?
Bro, I was good. I'm still.
I haven't seen
tripping out
it,
about
dude.
that,
I haven't
man.
seen it, Mace.
All right. Did you see last
I'll
week?
I'll hang up right
Saw
now.
last week.
Baby?
Oh my god. Last night was bonkers, man. I'm still flipping off of last night's episode, but I'm gonna let y'all say. I know. You guys are gonna probably do it on the I don't know, the Black to Black pod.
Nah, don't nobody watch it, bro. So
You
we're
know
gonna
what?
have to do our own separate.
I'll tell you what,
We're gonna have
Trey.
to do our separate.
Trey,
stuff,
I'll do it. I'll watch it this weekend. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Trey Wise, if y'all want to do a wrap up show for Atlanta, let me know. Holler at me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Get Mariano involved. Hey, where's Mariano?
We'll put it behind the paywall.
Yeah, I cannot
Word.
tell you where Mariano is. I'm sorry.
He's a parts
Oh,
unknown
my
right
bad.
now.
I shouldn't even ask that. My bad.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Anyway, it's
Undisclosed.
101apparel.com. Check that out. And
Yeah, we're a music-based, music lifestyle brand. So, we do collaborations with some of our favorite DJs and underground. We work with the artists that create the wave before it becomes a wave. So, by the time Justin Timberlake catches a wave, we've already been on that 5 years before him. So,
Nice.
killing all my white brothers. All right.
Ooh,
Logic.
Jade, I wouldn't say white brothers.
Yeah.
that's a bad
Cut that,
That's
Jade.
a bad
Yeah.
It's the New Britain Brotherhood.
Oh God, it's a bad day. It started off so good, Harper.
Yo, man,
It started
No,
off
dude.
so good.
Dude.
Yo, Zach,
Yeah.
Tom, yo, hit me with your addresses. I'll send you guys a box of stuff, man.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? DM me.
Yeah, you should. It's
Gotcha.
freaking awesome gear. All right, peace.
Oh, Eden, you too. All right.
Okay, cool.
Everybody be good,
I
y'all.
will.
I'm checking out. I know I got to log out. I don't even know how to hang up this thing up, so I'm just going to turn it on and see what happens.
Okay, Jade doesn't either.
You learn quickly.
Yes, sir.
my
Y'all be
God.
good, man. Good Friday. Good weekend. Peace.
See you, buddy. critique. Anyway. I had to this guy on the show. See if he can hang around. He's got to verify some of your dings, apparently, Zach.
I mean, I'm missing some.
Make sure I'm not cutting any out.
Missing them.
Jake.
Hello.
Jake the Snake. Did anyone ever call you Jake the Snake?
Yeah, of course they did. I'm white and my name is Jake. Yeah.
It's actually Little Jake.
There's a really well-known bar called Snake and Jake's in New Orleans. Definitely like an end of the night spot, like at 6 a.m.
Actually, you know what?
If you're talking sports, are you Jake the Take?
Jake the Take.
Ooh, I could drop some takes.
Yeah.
Jake the Take. How's it going, man? Any sorted,
it's going good. How you guys
sorted
doing?
history going on these days?
I mean, of course, sorted history is going on. Actually, there should be a new episode out by the time this is up. I don't know. It really depends on whether or not I feel like finishing editing it after I'm done on the mailbag.
Who are you scraping from the group chat for this one?
No one, actually. I have
going solo.
No, it's Rob Lopez of Def Pen Sports is on.
Is he in that chat?
No, he's not.
He should be, though.
He's in the Discord, so.
He's in the Discord.
Yeah. Rob is the homie.
Anyway, is anybody going to see a show out there these days? Anyone need tickets?
Oh, Jade, I need tickets.
You do? Well.
Zach, are we going to see the Pelicans?
When is this?
Monday.
$9 tickets are
$9, bro.
Let's do it.
$9 to see the Lakers and Pelicans?
Pelicans.
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 Yeah.
Well,
about how much they cost.
I got some treats for you guys too, man. Next week, man. For Mamba Day.
Can't even get a chicken sandwich at the Laker game for $9.
I've actually been monitoring the Brooklyn Nets game for next week. Nets Bulls. And I have that. I have the thing where it alerts you when the prices go down, waiting for it to go under $10.
Oh, wait. Oh, good. Yeah, you have the SeatGeek app on your phone, I take it, and is by far the easiest way you've found to shop for tickets. I can be anywhere and with just a few taps can instantly find those seats. I actually just used SeatGeek to buy tickets to The Wizard of Oz, which I'm taking the kids to here in Hartford. It is designed to make your ticket buying experience easier than ever. Saves you time and money by searching multiple ticket sites. Gets you the most bang for your buck and grades every ticket based on value to help you immediately identify the best seats that fit your budget. Fully guaranteed. Use our promo code B, the number 2B, and get $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. Anyway, peoples. I do have to call my mother. It's been a while. My daughter's birthday's coming up. I shall see my mother tomorrow at the party, a week ahead of her actual birthday. Me and my wife are adults here.
Is that my little sister Sadie?
Yes, it's your little sister Sadie. My wife and I.
Is she getting 2 parties?
Yeah, she could. But this year it fell on a Saturday, and I was like,
"Oh,
it should be on her birthday, so we'll have a party on her birthday." Oh boy, I'm worried. Am I going to get the machine here?
Jade, it's a lit show tonight. Drew Hill, Casey, Tony Tone, Color Me Bad, and Albie Shore in Long Beach.
Woo!
For $35 cash.
$35
to see all those greats.
But if you use the promo code, it's only $15.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Sweat's performance tonight too in Anaheim.
Is anybody watching The Terror on AMC?
I don't know what that is.
You are.
You check it out, Jake?
No, but I know you. I know you're checking it out.
I heard you.
And I saw there's some questions about it. So.
Oh, there is. It's pretty good. It's not. I like the beginning of it when the boat was actually on the water.
I'm here.
Hey, Mom.
Hey.
I'm here.
Hi.
Mama Hoy does a I'm here too? Wow.
That was very good, Ma.
Yes. That's what we all have a T-shirt that says I'm here at my gym.
Are you serious?
Oh,
we're
man.
all,
they got to cut the check, Mama Hoy.
We're all a little older, okay?
still
Well,
here.
that's
It should say then.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. That is excellent.
Back to the
Still
printing
here.
press.
See where I get it from, Harper? Anyway, Ma, every week we bring you on to talk about the world of TV and movies. Your clock is ticking.
I can, yeah.
I'm talking about the time
We're
of the
going to
show.
need a longer segment today.
What do you got?
Why?
What do you got this week, Ma?
Well, Legion. I watched Legion came back. And
Okay.
some,
Best
did
show
you
on
see
TV.
it? That show, Dan
Yes, I did.
Stevens. So, what'd you think?
I loved it. We're right back into it. Just when you get through the first season and think you finally have a grasp and an understanding of what's happening in this world, they start it over and make it twice as confusing. We've got a dude with a basket on his head with mustached women.
So
speaking for
women, I know
him.
that. Oh my God.
We've got a really dope cafe with boats that bring you waffles
I
and
want my
sandwiches
waffles
and stuff.
like that.
That's awesome. The list goes on. It's fantastic to have it back. We have a really awesome dance battle in the middle of the show to represent violence on the astral plane. It's great.
And I even like the music. The
music's
was
incredible.
so different. But I mean, it's very. My word for that show is psychedelic. All right, it really is like. Oh my God, it's so cool.
Visually stunning, very confusing, very mysterious.
Slightly bewildering, but we'll catch on. That Noah Hawley, I liked him. He's so fascinating. I actually went back with my husband. We watched one of the Fargos last night. Do you remember Fargo?
One, 2, or 3?
Which I have no idea which one we watched. I think it was one with Kirsten Dunst. And I don't know the actor. So it was amazing. It's really cool. Oh, that was number 2. I don't know, but you immediately get drawn in and you're fascinated. It's so complicated the way that the tangents, the way they connect to each other. So Legion is. I don't know how they do it. That's awesome. So
yeah, I'm super excited. There's a lot of things to look forward to. Another thing that I thought was great was when the very first scene where we see Sid and she's holding a cat and she's switched bodies with the cat and the cat's in the human body. It's just a great little touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. There's lots of mystery. Now we know that Aubrey Plaza's character is a separate entity from the evil guy, Farouk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
While also representing him. Yeah. It's great to have it back. I'm really glad that FX has this this approach of giving creators free reign. They sign a producer or a showrunner or a writer to a deal, and then they kind of just get out of the way. And they've been doing it since Louis. And so Noah Hawley just kind of gets to do whatever he wants. Donald Glover gets to do whatever he wants. It's really awesome.
Is Atlanta on FX? I don't even know.
Yes. Atlanta is on FX.
Okay, I did
And
see
so is
that
Versace.
one too. Oh, they are good, aren't they?
They're doing it right now.
Yes, I agree.
Wow.
FX is like the closest you get to like Netflix or HBO.
That's where Trust is too. I'm watching Trust.
You look at their catalog, you're like, damn.
Trust with Danny Boyle. Yeah, they also have that one. They're really hot right now.
Ma, what about Atlanta?
That was creepy.
Last night?
It was kind of. I watched it with my mouth open, going, "What the hell is going on here?" I mean, I guess that was supposed to be.
Yep, that was the main thing.
Wait, we talking about Atlanta right now?
Sorry, Trey.
Atlanta.
I thought you.
Atlanta, right?
Close your ears, Trey.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
why?
haven't watched either, but and
spoilers don't bother me at all.
That's all that needs to be said. We don't really need to go that much further. It was really interesting. They did it without commercial interruption.
You know
It was
immediately
eerie.
that's right. Right, or am I wrong?
It's bigger than that, but yes, that is the first thing. But it's cool that Atlanta is able to go completely sideways week to week. 2 weeks ago we had the heartbreaking relationship episode. Last week we had the crazy barber errand episode, and then this week we had the Darius trying to get a piano episode, and
Seinfeld.
Yeah,
there's no connection, there's no fiber between any of the episodes, but it's all really well done.
Dramedy Seinfeld. I love it. Dramedy. It's like the show reminds me of Seinfeld. Even the thing about the barber the other day when I was hearing it from Trey. Barber loyalty. That was a Seinfeld episode.
And then it's, this whole season is Robin season, and so it's fun to look at each episode and trying to figure out what the robbery is. Sometimes it's literal, like the very first scene of the season is two dudes knocking over a fast food shop, and sometimes it's way deeper than that, like robbed of your childhood or whatever. So it's the fun theme.
Yes,
Waz is here today.
Yes, hi Waz.
Hey, what's up, Mom? How are you?
Where you been? You got
what
a new show?
Where have I been?
Mom asked where
one
was.
Friday. I missed one Friday. I slept through my alarm. It was very, dumb and irresponsible of me, but it was literally just one week that I missed.
It feels like a lot of weeks.
I think
I appreciate that.
I think you were talking about the Americans. That's why it came up.
Oh, the Americans. Yeah.
Yes, I haven't watched Wednesday's episode yet, but I was very encouraged by the season opener for sure.
Okay. Yeah, now that they've got Paige in. Paige is
I thought the show. I thought the show fell apart last year.
Last year, it didn't fall apart. It's
took
just
a step back.
They really leaned into the freaking marriage, which is nobody's watching this shit for a marriage show. Excuse my French. Sorry.
Well, wasn't it that they were
getting back into spy work?
Wasn't it that they decided that they were going to end it after this season, and so they kind of stretched the last season as a bridge to get to this season?
So they did what they thought would be fun or interesting, which is like I always say, when these showrunners, these creatives read their own press clippings, and people are it's a spy show, but not really, and they and they leaned into the not really part, and people were just like, this is fucking boring, and this year they're going full fledged with the spy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Americans is also on FX, by the way.
What is? Pardon me?
The Americans is also on FX.
Okay. Wow. I never categorize them like that, but that's very interesting. Definitely. So have you guys watched Trust on FX with Donald Sutherland?
No.
About the Gettys?
About the Gettys? No.
Mm-mm. And the dude from The Mummy is in that
Fraser.
show. Yeah.
Oh, yes, Brendan Fraser.
It's been a while since he's been on the radar.
Yeah, shout to him getting back in Hollywood.
If this thing is based on fact, this John Paul Getty, the way he had women, he had somebody brush his teeth, and he had a harem, and these women had signed contracts as to what they did. I'm assuming it's based on fact, and I just look at it and go, oh my God, what it's like to be the richest man in the world. So, but his grandson gets kidnapped by the Italian mafia, and he says, screw it, I'm not paying a cent. So that's as far as I've gotten. I don't know, but pretty weird. Get a view into that life.
Weird. How about The Terror?
Yes.
I've been watching The Terror, Ma.
Oh, of course I watched. What happened in the last one? You got to refresh my brain.
Anybody care about the show?
Oh, The Terror is excellent.
It's a real big spoiler. I don't want to, if anyone's interested.
Okay.
Yeah, so that I didn't realize how supernatural the show is going to be. I'm a fan.
Is it? You figure that's a supernatural aspect?
What the hell is that thing? It's akin to
the one that brought the gift to the Eskimo.
It's like the smoke monster in Lost,
Yeah. So, got to give it some time.
I liked
because that's another one.
I liked
based on that.
I liked the actors. Especially the captain there who played the king in The Crown.
Yeah, they're excellent. Yeah, I don't know his name.
By the way, can I just say something funny? Hines? Are you watching it? Are you watching it, Maze?
I have not watched it. I'm considering it though.
Hey,
I've heard good things.
It's very good.
One thing that gets on my nerves though is the constant sound of blare, wind, big wind, but there's no wind. So they'll be on the ship and looking out into the snow, and you hear like this haunting wind sound, but no hair is blowing and whatnot. Drives me nuts.
Okay.
Check that out.
A lot of snow. A lot of snow too.
A lot of snow in the Arctic.
Well, yes. How do they do that?
By the way, and also the ice, it looks so fake. It looks terribly fake. They could have.
You're more particular.
Stepped up the production on that. It's also not rigorous enough. Like, do you sense that they're really suffering up there? It's like, hey, we're here in the Arctic. We're stuck here for a couple months. No big deal,
But they actually went on those voyages with thousands of pounds of meat. They were well prepared.
So Jacob and I, my brother Jacob, we're talking about this. We're like, how possibly long could they go with food here? And so it came to light in this past episode. 3 years they had provisions for.
Yeah.
And if they rationed 5, how is that even possible? I don't
know. And what did they do
salted
for
meat?
So and cans. They had cans. I don't know, but they're eating. They're eating these big chunks of pork and steak.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty good show. Pretty good show.
You got to wonder what's going to get them first, the cold or high cholesterol.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Anyway, what else? What else?
Well, there's one. There is one sort of comedy that I've been peeking at. It's called Barry. Really?
Nice.
So, and Henry Winkler is in it, and I doubt that you guys would remember
Fonzie.
Happy Days from the 70s.
Where is he been?
But anyway, it's about
Happy Days.
Do you really?
Yeah, that show was in syndication when I was growing up, for sure.
It is very hard to imagine that man is the coolest guy in America, though.
The coolest white god, Maze, to be sure.
It's about a.
He was also the person that brought us the term "jumping the shark."
Yep.
It's about a hitman who's super depressed, and he's off to execute somebody, and he's executing an actor, and he follows this guy into the guy's acting class, and he gets involved with the acting, and he finds that he loves it, but he has to balance both of his, he wants to become an actor, but he also is going to remain a hitman. So, somebody might, it's okay. It's not quite my thing, but I'll watch it because it's a little, got a dramedy. Is that what you call it?
Yeah. Black comedy, maybe dark comedy.
Yeah. So
I like it a lot. I like Bill Hader a lot. So I'm happy to see him get a vehicle, but I am curious to see where they go.
I don't know him. What has he done in the past?
So he's from Saturday Night Live. He was in Trainwreck. He's in like a bit part in a lot of movies.
He's probably, like, when people look back at it, he'll probably go down as like a top 5 SNL cast member ever. So I'm really glad.
Wow.
He was incredible on SNL.
He's definitely the best since like 2000.
Go watch the Stefan segments. Yeah.
Yes.
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 But I'm curious to see where they go. It's fun to watch.
I am too.
The Chechen, NoHo Hank, the guy with alopecia, Mama Hoy, that guy is cracking me up a lot. I think he's really funny.
Okay. Alopecia, yes. That's a strange disease.
Shouts to Will Brown.
Shouts to Bayround. What do we call him?
The Bahrain Night Train.
The Bahrain Night Train. Thank you.
I don't know. I don't think that's what that was.
No, I don't think so either. Downtown Will Brown. That's the one.
Downtown Will Brown.
Anyway, Ma.
Yes.
Are you still here?
Yes, I am.
All right,
listening to you guys.
Are you coming over tomorrow for the party?
Yes. I have to figure out what I'm going to buy my granddaughter for her birthday party.
Okay. Don't buy her anything that has to do with Frozen, please.
She has so much.
Get her a book? I just want to get her a book.
Get her a book, please. I would love if you got her a book. Yeah.
Okay.
She loves
That's what
books.
I want to get. A book.
Princesses,
Excellent.
rainbows, unicorns, all that kind of stuff. And so it's a little later than I told you. We're backing things up.
I know. I got your message.
All right, good.
I did. I got your message.
All right. Well, thank you.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Well, My pleasure. Love talking to you guys.
All right, we'll talk to you next
Okay.
week.
Bye, Mama Hoy.
Okay.
All right, later,
Bye.
man.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Maze, I almost forgot here. I need an intro.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes, I
sir.
made it for the intro, baby. Woo!
Hello and welcome to a Friday #AskWaz Mailbag edition of the Back to Back Pod. I'm your host, Anthony Mays, coming to you from San Francisco. On the line to answer your fantastic questions we've got in Los Angeles, the Ding King, one would think,
What's
and
up?
therefore one was.
What's
Santa
up?
Hoops, aka St. Nicholas Cage.
Not you, Jake.
He's cleaning up in Masters drafts. Mariano Blanco, the one-liner designer, Zach Hollywood Harper. We also have Club Soda Poppy. He'll only take the socks off if he loves you. CEO of Do-Rags R Us. He's got beef with Steve Francis, and Kyle Kuzma thinks he wears baby shoes. It's Bougie Black Trey. Also in LA, the Haitian sensation, the black intellectual, the dangling carrot, the Liberian rock, live from the Uber pool. It's Mr. Me Too Big Waz. In Arkansas, it's the group chat enforcer. She skates circles around Jade while listening to Mulan. Our resident relationship expert, who you can guarantee that swipe right, with a PhD in angles and a tattoo for each of the 7 deadly sins, it's Eden Liu. In New York City, New York, the official Ding statistician, he's white and his name is Jake, so of course he's a snake. Fascinated by the tortured past of various celebrities, our very own Florida man, Jake Christie. In Charlotte, North Carolina, it's the sensei of the 6th string with the voice of an angel, a former frat boy demon deacon who's Googling iPhones at the Best Buy Apple Store. The abbot of the nerdery, he's stacking ALS dinero, making people eat those habaneros. It's handsome Tom Haberstroh. And in Bloomfield, Connecticut, an efficient time killer who is usually out of 10. Amateur bear watcher, the sheep dips conspiracy consigliere. He needs a giant jug of peanut butter now. His wife is the spook, and he does not. It's not the evil producer, Steve Magic Hoy.
So good. That was so good.
I mean, nothing's gonna top that.
Oh, that was great.
Beautiful.
You know, it's funny. I changed up my technique today. I was like, I should eat before the show.
Jade, how long have you been doing this?
I ate my lunch at 11:45.
4 years?
Sarah, the pharmacist, are you here?
I'm here.
Oh, beautiful. What is going on in Tulsa today?
Oh, besides the teacher walkout, not much really.
They still walking out after the race?
Yeah, they're still walking out. Well, now they're walking out because of they want more funds for students because the books, right? Books and school's only 4 days a week and there's
I'm for
it's
that.
terrible.
But listen, I went to school where kids drew dicks on the books, so and we had no covers. You know what I mean? Like people weren't even treating the books right, but I respect it if they want to do that. You know what I mean? They just got a $6,100 raise. I wish they would have did that in Arizona.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Maze, you got a question?
From Phil Petty and the Heartbreakers at Phil Petty. If you're in line at the grocery store and there's no bagger, do you feel obligated to start bagging? I don't, and sometimes it gets awkward.
I like the bag.
Yeah,
I also like the bag.
I think you should get. I think you should get. I think a store should give you a couple dollars off if you have to bag.
There it is.
Like just give me $3 off. It's like, I shouldn't have to do it, but if I'm going to do it, which I'm always doing,
There should be an incentive.
They're short-staffed. Yeah, come on, man.
Well, do you value your time? Because if someone's checking you out and there's no bagger, then they have to check you out, then they have to bag, and you're holding up the people behind you. So
you get money back for these recycled bags.
Yeah, if you bring in your own bag, you get a couple of cents off.
10 cents or whatever it is. But just give me something, just as a
courtesy.
Yeah, the thought that counts thing. It's a great question.
I have never felt compelled to bag my groceries.
You just sit there.
So
well,
is your oyster,
no one there
Zach? Did I clock in?
I love it. I respect that. I just I don't know. There's something about. I don't
go to a restaurant and start clearing my own table.
I like the challenge of bagging, though. I like the challenge of it.
Sure,
there's a challenge there. It's like a Tetris game to me.
Zach, if you get leftovers,
that's the most dad thing anyone
and you ask for a box, and they don't box it up for you, will you just sit there and wait for them to box it up?
It depends. No, if it's established that you have to box up your own stuff, then I'll do it.
Well,
but yeah,
what
like
if the person...
I'm always waiting to see if they're going to box up my leftovers.
Well, what if the person's like slammed and they're shorthanded and you feel bad for him? Do you just will you just stand there and be like, "Hey, bag my stuff"?
Yep. I mean, I don't that's part of the whole dance, right? I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but I don't go to places and I don't go to the Gap and start folding clothes for them.
Jade, rank these activities in order that you enjoy most. Bagging your own groceries, filling and arranging the dishwasher, or packing your car on a big road trip.
I'm going groceries, car, dishwasher. I don't like the dishwasher thing is annoying to me because they're dirty.
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah, I hate the dishwasher.
I don't even use it. I'll just wash them.
I find it a little bit gross.
Yeah.
I don't really use I use my dishwasher 1 or 2 times a year.
Yeah, same.
I prefer washing dishes. In fact, Tom, if I was going to put my most favorite thing is actually washing dishes. I find that to be therapeutic.
Yes.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Asian, so we hand wash everything.
Yep.
And use our dishwasher as a drying rack.
That's pretty much what I do. I always, I'll pretty much just wash the dishes and then I'll throw them in the dishwasher and then eventually run it.
Yeah, and especially if you live alone, it's just like a few things that
checking in from New York City. What's a dishwasher?
You're from Florida, Jake. You know what it is.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Dude. Come on.
It was a joke.
Get out of here, Boca Raton.
But I wish I was from Boca Raton. I'm from the other coast. It's not. I wish. Don't tease me like that.
I have a live. Oh! Let's get to this quickly. I gotta get to the riddle.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
All right, hold on. All right, here we go. Let's just do this quick, because I know the answer now.
Hey, it's Ed up in my tree again, aka the back-to-back serial killer. No, I mean riddle guy. I definitely mean riddle guy. Seriously, the only cereal I'm killing is one served in a fine milk broth. Shout out to Zach. But seriously though, I'm a high school teacher, so nothing exciting there. Which by the way, another shout out to Zach for texting and not listening to my instructions literally during the last podcast, really making me feel at home as a teacher. But yeah, no, I use riddles with my students all the time. It's where I kind of got this idea. Your riddle's just a modified version of one I use with my students all the time. It's really a classic riddle answer. And usually with enough hints, they're able to figure out. So I still believe in you guys.
You should have heard him last week.
So with that, here's the hint that usually puts them over the top. And just remember, the answer actually has nothing to do with basketball or the pods. Don't get caught up in that. I've just modified the questions so that it does have to do with that. All right, so here we go. Good luck. Who's a better baller than MJ? Who's better than Dirk at a one-legged fadeaway? Who's better than Steph at a super deep three? Who's got better odds than Harden for the MVP? Who's broke more backboards than peak era Shaq? And who's had more podcast name changes than back-to-back? And I'm going to cut myself off there because I don't want to rhyme LeBron with Patreon. Okay, so good luck. Hopefully this puts you over the top, and if not, I'll be back.
What the fuck?
Get this guy out of here.
That answer is so
I'm
easy.
really uncomfortable.
That answer is so easy. It's Ricky Davis. It's not a riddle.
Oh my god.
Also, it's going to be pretty wild when they find out that the serial killer who killed all of us was a high school teacher.
Yep. He always seemed so mild-mannered.
He's definitely from real America too, middle America. He sound like he might be from the Midwest.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Waz, you're saying that like it's the worst slur you've ever heard.
So the answer, what is the answer? It's easy.
I saw it on Twitter, actually.
It's nobody.
Yeah, it's nobody.
Somebody's knocking on my door. Yeah.
It's probably him.
It's probably nobody.
Oh my God.
For real right now?
I thought he was joking.
He's taking a guest?
A real live guest.
Did he get stabbed? What's happened? What's that noise? He got stabbed. This is the death of Jake.
Yo, what is going on right now?
Someone's strangling a chimpanzee.
What is that?
What the fuck is going on?
Jade's being murdered.
By
the Riddler.
By the Riddler.
Yeah, the Riddler is there. He found
Riddler
Jade.
showed up. Yeah. Well, I guess this makes Zach the host now.
Jade just staged his murder.
Millions of dollars and you can't stay off the weed because you want to smoke some weed. You couldn't stay off the weed. He ain't getting busted for using weed.
Oh, Sarah, that was so funny.
Jay, what were you doing?
Did you just stage your murder on the podcast?
Anyway, guys.
Yeah,
Our
you're
next
okay.
guest.
That was pretty bad.
Pretty bad by that you mean.
Man, I really wish there was
Amazing.
video on this Skype call for that right there.
Yeah.
To watch Jade choking himself out.
Amazing.
Hey, if you're a Patreon, you might get that extra.
You might get the
Look at
Fight
that.
Club version
Yeah,
of
Behind the
get the
scenes
Fight Club
video of
There you
Jade
go.
fighting himself.
For a $15 a month Patreon subscriber, you get to be a witness in the murder of Jade Hoyes.
All right, I got two things left. I gotta go. I gotta move quick here. I got a live call from our Ask Waz guest from another time. Meg, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
What's
How
going
are you?
on, Meg?
Hey, Meg.
I'm good. Hi.
How's California?
It's right now it's cold where I live. Because I'm not in LA. I'm back at my college campus. It's like really cold out here.
Wait, where's your college campus again?
In Laverne.
Laverne, that's right. Laverne and Shirley.
Dr.
Yeah.
Laverne.
How'd you like that, Jake? How's that?
Don't. He's gonna ding himself for that. Don't do it.
It was a fine joke.
Murder's getting like 20, Zach.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I got
there's
murdered
so many dings
on this
that-
show.
Yeah, but it's all the jokes that we were saying while you couldn't hear us.
It's the other Jade. The other Jade's here.
Got it.
Meg, do you have a question for us? Or are you just hanging out?
I do have a question. Well, I have like two in a sense.
Go.
So the first one, I've been reading a lot of books lately, and one question I had was if there was a book that was written about your life, which NBA player would you want to have do your forward?
Please don't say J.R. Smith.
Chris Bosh.
I wasn't going to say J.R. Smith this time, okay?
Chris
Kyrie.
Bosh.
Kyrie.
Russell Westbrook.
Very much woke.
Yeah.
Mine would
Kyrie
be
doesn't
TJ
believe in
McCollum.
books. Remember he said you gotta
Oh, that's right.
beyond books for
Yeah.
the facts.
Yeah.
You got to reach within your measly brain for
I
facts.
guess it's gonna be a short forward then.
I'm going with the legend Marcela Huertas for mine.
Just
and you yelled
tonally,
at
I
me
think
for saying
like
JR.
I think like Blake Griffin would probably match up in tone for mine, but
why?
Because I do comedy writing, and I assume that my book would be funny. I don't know.
You punch people.
I mean, not that Blake Griffin, the on stage at Just for Laughs Blake Griffin.
By the way, how miserable is Blake Griffin right now? Is he miserable?
Oh, pretty miserable.
Nah,
yeah.
he's about to be home. He's about to be home next week. He doesn't give a damn.
Yeah, he's almost done.
Yeah. But he's stuck in Detroit.
He's gonna be he's gonna be doing comedy.
Yeah.
He's gonna get traded 2 more times.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
He's gonna take that contract though.
He's the new Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, nobody's taking that contract, bro.
Yeah.
There's a team in New York called the New York Knicks.
Yeah, there are a lot of dumb teams out there.
Never
I don't even think it's necessarily dumb. He'll get traded. Like Stan will probably last another year and then he'll get fired. And then the new regime come in and be like, oh, we gotta clear this cap, and they'll move him.
Can we get rid of the coach GM as a concept?
It's not a great move.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't ever seem to work out.
It's 2 full-time jobs.
Has it ever worked out for anybody?
By the way.
No. Red Auerbach, back when they were barely letting black people play. That's it.
Speaking of coaches and general managers, Eden, do you have some love questions for us? Brought to you by eHarmony.
I do. Yeah.
Promo code
What's our promo code?
Talk Hoops.
What do you get for the promo code?
To answer your question, the only person is Bill Belichick, but that's not basketball.
What do you
get? 1 month free on a 3-month subscription.
Sounds like a good deal.
So 4 months.
Okay, so one question I wanted to address, because I'm getting a lot of it, is people want to know how important is a good bio on Tinder and what makes a good bio?
Humor.
Yeah, you have to be funny, be yourself. But I would say definitely always have a profile, because if you just have no bio, it doesn't give your match anything to talk about, and that means that I have to count on you to strike up and carry the conversation, which, let's be honest, if you couldn't even bother to write out a few things about yourself, I don't trust your conversation skills. So just write a couple of things about yourself, and common interests also work harder for you than you think, and avoid cheesy pickup lines and cliches, but do try to be funny, like Trey said.
Megan, what do you think?
I agree with what Eden said, because I was on Tinder for a brief time in college, and a lot of people on Tinder, if your interests match up, then you have a lot to talk about. So just make sure people actually like what you talk about and what you like, because that will make for good conversation, and possibly you can meet up at one point.
What type of interests are we talking about here? Are we talking about analingus, or are we talking about
what?
Scrabble.
Waz, I'm glad you're back, baby.
I would say
My
just
man
things that you can talk about. So if
analingus.
that's something that you can have a conversation about, then yeah, by all means, put it in your bio.
Don't text me at 3 a.m.
If
you guys can talk about your favorite podcasts.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or your favorite TV show.
Wait till Waz is dad.
A sports team or whatever like that.
Oh, also, guys, no mirror selfies, okay? Some people can pull it off, girls with big boobs can pull it off. You can't. No mirror selfies.
Why are men taking selfies anyway?
You'd be surprised at the amount of selfies that people post for their profile pictures, and it's just a no-go. Post pictures of you doing stuff, or with people,
Doesn't that just look fake as hell, though? And if you have a picture, I'm not saying post selfies, but the whole hey, I'm at a gun range. Hey, I'm hiking in the hills.
No,
I'm at a gun range.
I mean, people, you, pictures of you being doing normal
but with
stuff.
People, then you're oh, which person is this? I don't,
It's better than being oh, I'm alone in my house and I put on this shirt.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's just no, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm taking a selfie of myself in a wife beater. Just no. Try a little harder.
The look away is terrible.
Yeah,
how do you select the right
very
pictures
prevalent.
is the next question. How do you select the first top 3? Because I feel if I got to swipe on your first pick to see if you actually look better in the next 2, You out of here. You don't even get no shot the first look.
Yeah, you already lost your game.
How your first look gonna be looking trash? Like,
well, you also gotta make sure that it's just a picture of you in your first picture. If it's a picture of you and your friends.
Stuff now. They got teammate stuff now. You can.
That is true. There's a lot.
You can team up now, Mace.
What?
You can do a tag team, so you can kind of like hook your friend up.
A group, yeah.
I
do like a 3-on-3.
Like a chick one time.
We're doomed. We're doomed.
No, we kind of really are. But yeah. I think the group thing is funny. Because it'd be like 4 girls.
The bio said I like men from New Yorkers. And I was like,
a good friend of mine came to New York last summer, and she's a lesbian, and she went on Tinder for women seeking women, and she said like every third one was a couple being like, we want to have our first 3-way experience. Yeah, which is wow. She was very demoralized.
Shouts to 3-ways, man. I heard it's pretty cool to talk on phones for 3-ways.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean by
keeps the marriage or relationship spicy?
I was being funny about 3-way calling. I don't call it a 3-way.
Tinder's the new Craigslist, then, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Sounds like
they
it.
Anyway,
people die on Craigslist. Not that
they shut it down just recently. Like
all Craigslist?
You're thinking of Backpage.
No.
Yeah,
Craigslist.
they shut Craigslist down too.
Backpage.com.
No. Backpage has a loophole, and Craigslist was shut down just recently.
Yeah, they just now shut down Craigslist.
The loophole. There's a loophole on Backpage. So. Anyway, not that I know, but just reading the news,
what
people.
What is happening?
What else you got, Eden?
Okay, from friend of the pod at typed in whatever. Is a guy in the friend zone really just a friend, or is it break in case of emergency dick?
He's definitely breaking. Yeah. He's definitely breaking in case of emergency.
There's no such thing as the friend zone. That's what y'all need to understand.
You either can dirty
you can dirty
your way back into it.
Did you say break in case of emergency dick?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Jade, like if you were in a bind, like let's say you're trapped in like an indoor or like an indoor ATM, and you're like, I need to get out of here, but I also need some dick.
Oh my god!
There you go. Jeez.
Ain't no such thing as
classic love story.
That is funny.
If a chick tells you she'd rather be just friends with you, delete her number, and then you out the friend zone.
Yeah,
there you go.
Because there's a difference between being in the friend zone and being friends with someone. Because friend zone is
it's a
just
state of mind.
Right.
You're not going to use me for all my friendship capabilities and not give me anything.
Jeez, Waz.
Oh my God, Waz.
What?
Mr. Me Too.
Man, Mr. Me Too, bro.
Teach you how to
look, it's a barter system, guys. It's a barter system.
That is legally prostitution, what you just described.
Yeah.
Well, if you consider my friendship to be a valuable commodity, then sure.
In the great words of Chingy, give me what you got for a pork chop. That was the greatest bar. That was the greatest barter in hip hop history.
Eden, you got one more?
I do. Okay, so this is a pretty specific one. It came into my DM, so it's anonymous. How do you tell your best friend that you've been hooking up with his little sister, but you both genuinely have feelings for each other? We're both juniors in college, and she's a sophomore at college.
Wait, how old is she?
He gotta
relax and find something else. He gotta find something else.
Or just be adults and talk about it. Like,
nah, because if you a dog, my nigga, and you dog my sister, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing too. It's like
ain't no line.
Like obviously,
no line between
close.
The incentive is there for you not to do the wrong thing because it's your close person's family member. Like you don't want to.
You're in college. You're in college. That's not lasting.
Yeah, they're gonna break up.
Yeah, right. So,
but cats be, you know what?
Listen, I'm not smashing the homie sister, dog.
Listen.
I also think it depends on what. I think it depends on what reputation you have with your friend. Like, does your friend know you as like a guy who like hooks up with and like uses women?
I would think so.
Hold on,
are you a stand-up guy?
Trey, what if your sister is like a man eater of sorts, and your homie is just a simp, and he's the one that's gonna get ran.
Nah, she gotta relax.
What if that's
she gotta
the
relax
case?
because I'm gonna give her the
gotta
pep talk
relax.
like, yo, leave the homie alone. I ain't trying to do this again because you probably already done spiked out 3 of the homies already. See? You don't want your sister to, because if your sister a pop, she a pop. And it is what it is. But like you gotta warn, you gotta tell your sister, you gotta give your sister to talk.
A pop, Jade, a pop. My pop song.
She gets it in, man.
Somebody
real
pop.
Yes.
Oh
yes, she's a slut, man. So like, listen, you can't stop your sister from being a pop, man. No, I ain't slut shaming. Cause listen, pops do what pops do. But listen,
pops
if
do
my
what
sister,
Oh my god.
Oh, that's gotta be a shirt.
But if my
god,
if my sister's
back.
a pop, man, I gotta give her the pep talk. Like, listen, my man Zach is about to come through. He's gonna stay over. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Do it. Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't do it. I'm not bartering you.
Trey, I had a homie in high school who his sister, his older sister at that, was a pop.
That's about 18 O's.
A snap crack pop?
Like,
She's a pop.
bruh.
I get it.
Like,
What did
and
he do?
he was,
But what did he do?
he would like lecture her about like, yo, like you can do what you want,
Respect
just
yourself.
stay away from my friends. She had sex with his barber. Like,
Okay.
Oh my
okay.
god.
it was
Okay.
a
So
lot.
listen, when you reach that pinnacle of popping, I don't really know what to say.
It's
At
time
that,
to
you
move.
gotta
Pinnacle of popping.
You gotta put your sister in rice at that point.
You can't
Oh my god!
You gotta bring
She's
her
now
right
an
back.
iPhone.
I had
Now an iPhone. Wow.
I had a significant other whose little cousin was about to go to college, and she was asking me. She was asking me about my job and everything, about like just covering NBA. And she's like, "So you're like around a lot of professional athletes?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean, yeah." And she was like, "Oh, she's like, yeah, I want to like hang out with like the athletes in college when I go to blah blah blah." I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh my gosh! So she's trying to get gangster party. She's trying to get gangster party. Her first intro.
Jersey chaser from high school. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Jeez, that's hard to stomach,
Zach,
man.
Yeah,
Zach,
I mean, I didn't know what to say.
At
Like,
least
what
it's
could
not your sister.
What's up?
I said, at least it's not your sister.
You should have said enjoy the college.
So that's eHarmony for a free month.
Enjoy the university.
Hashtag promo code Talk Hoops. Eden, thank you so much for putting those questions together. You can ask Eden. You can still ask Zaz. You can ask Waz over at the Discord chat or on Twitter. Briefly for the last 5 minutes, Ken Paisley.
I'm here. What's going on?
What's up, my man? Our Masters correspondent, and apparently you spewed a whole lot of wrong information last week because someone called in the hotline. Someone fired off a long ass. I'll play it in a second, but just give us the update.
Longer than the Riddler?
Give us the longer than not quite as long as that, but give us the update at Augusta, please.
All right, so Sergio Garcia did a thing you don't want to do, dropping a 13. That's not a recipe for success. That is the highest amount on any hole at Augusta in the history of the tournament, tied with 2 other holes.
He did that today?
That's bad. That was a tin cup effort right there. He hit the ball in the water 5 times in a row.
So good. It was oh my god. It was so fun.
Was this today? This happened today?
Yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Shit, man, I missed that.
It was so good.
Gotta check that out.
So Spieth started out the day in the lead and then dropped a double bogey on the first hole. Only 3 players since '97 have won the Masters with a double bogey. So that's not doing great. And Tony Finau is kind of the feel-good story of the tournament. He dislocated his ankle after the par 3 competition.
I've seen that.
That was the hole-in-one celebration. Wrecked his ankle.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, dislocated it.
By
Popped
the
it
way,
right back in.
you know what shoe he was wearing?
Monarchs.
A Roshi.
Wow. Wow.
So if you like Roshi, stop wearing them shits. He
That's
popped
like a
the shit.
runner.
Yo, Jade, the shit was so nasty. Like he sat there and literally popped it back in, almost threw up.
Oh my god.
And he was Jade. He was backpedaling and celebrating, and it just said, "Whoop."
Dramatica
It
style.
goes out. It's so
Did
nasty.
he looked down at his ankle, which was popped out, and then just like pushed it back in and walked away.
Oh man, must have
And
happened
walked
before.
away.
Must have happened before. Oh, that's nasty. That is
So
nasty.
he had an interview after. It never happened to him before on that ankle, and his backstory is fascinating. He was invited to attend Augusta 20 years ago. Told the guy who invited him, no, I'm never going to Augusta National until I play in the Masters. And this was his first time playing in the Masters. Got cleared with an MRI. Ended up 4 under after day 1. Kind of blew up so far today. But yeah, that's been pretty legit to see him play well despite nearly destroying his ankle.
Now, give me some keys to victory for Tiger.
You want to get a lowest score possible.
That's yes.
Is that how
that's the name of
golf
the game.
works?
I'm asking our golf correspondent here, Zach.
Oh, sorry.
So basically, Tiger's got to get a little bit more confidence with the driver right now. It's not there, and Augusta has got some really imposing sight lines off the tee, meaning you see a bunch of trees to your left, a bunch of trees to your right, and you start thinking, which is a problem. At the tournament, he finished tied for second at the 18th hole. He needed to get a birdie, and he ended up taking the chicken stick off the tee. Just because he's not quite there with the driver. Chicken
Did
stick,
the
meaning
what?
anything
I have
but
no
driver.
idea what any of this means. I'm so
Stick off the tee.
Yeah, I quit paying attention like
I know.
30 seconds ago.
I checked out. Yeah, I checked out like a minute ago.
Meg.
Yes.
Who do you got to win the Masters?
I don't watch golf.
Yeah.
I just know that Tiger is good for the sport, so Tiger.
Yes.
So, Jade, totally related as your golf correspondent,
Yes,
I heard
sir.
a conspiracy theory on Wednesday at a laundromat that I think you would fall in love with.
All right, we'll do that offline.
Does it involve birds?
I
That's
control the
offline.
conspiracies here. Listen to this, guys. Here we go. Not to cut you off, but we got to get going.
Jade, man, I was just about to call and rant and rave, but that voicemail kind of changed my mood. Anyways, just calling to say, who are you screening for these phone calls, man? Got this guy coming on talking about golf, and he doesn't even know what he's talking about. On behalf of all golf fans out there, I just want to clarify a few glaring mistakes this man came out and said. Dude, Augusta's been having women play there since 2012. I know they're late to the game, like real late to the game, and it was definitely a travesty that they took that long. But you can't be going out there and slandering them on the pod, not knowing what you're talking about. This man calling himself a golf fan. Put Ricky Fowler in the top 5 to win every week, and he forgot a man named Justin Thomas, hottest man in golf right now.
Get him.
I think this guy is a crisis actor that you
Get him.
hired to come on and speak about golf. For real, man. Get this guy out of here.
Get him.
If you're going to have somebody come on and talk about the great game of golf, you got to bring your boy on. It's a lovely game, sir.
What do you think?
God. This is all I want now. I just want the next week of every show for someone to come on and be like, that guy. Shit. Someone else in Portugal. Who was our guy? João? That's how you say his name?
João.
I want someone from Portugal to say, like, this guy knows nothing what he's talking about with Portugal.
About Portugal. Kent, how do you respond to this?
Listen, he may have been right on the Augusta National membership. I may have been wrong, but there's still only 2 women, so it's not that far off of a take. It's still slander worthy.
By the way, what did you say?
I said there were no women members.
No, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you're
that's
wrong
wrong.
about that.
Justin Thomas was respectful.
Lest we forget that the co-founder of Augusta National famously once said, "As long as I'm alive, golfers will be white and caddies will be black." So I don't know why you put on your
and they have a tournament called the Masters. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Are you telling me golf has been a racist sport before? This is news.
And who is this golfer he mentioned?
Justin Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas is respectable. It's not. That's fair.
I'm sorry, man.
I think the Augusta miss was worse.
Dude. Ricky Fowler's my guy. He's got the hat. He's got the cool clothes. He's a top 5 golfer out there. I don't care.
I mean,
I'm glad you don't care because he's not.
He's not?
Sorry, I had to break the silence.
I thought he was really good.
I think he used to be, but he's just not as good as he once was.
Thomas right now is tied for 35th at the Masters. Let's slow down on the top 5 talk.
Where's Ricky?
I got some beef with the Riddler.
What?
All right, I've been pretty. Not to. This isn't a brag or an excuse or anything. I've been pretty busy the last couple of weeks. So yeah, there's sometimes I have to text while I'm on this podcast. All right, you don't have my undivided attention for 2 hours.
Zach, that was
but the Riddler, like,
minutes ago.
Sometimes I got some business to conduct, or sometimes I've got some important stuff to respond to, and I got to do it. And it happened to go on during your 35-minute voicemail you left us last time. But it just happens, okay? I don't appreciate that.
Oh my God! You know what this reminds
Zach,
me
are you
of?
sure you want to eviscerate him?
You know what this reminds me of is remember when we used to do rants at the end of Spreecast? Remember?
Oh God, those are good.
Oh man, that was fun. Anyway, Kent, who's leading?
I need Kent's advice on what he thinks of my chances here. So this is what I've got. Here's my 5 for my play draft on the Masters.
All right.
I have Dustin Johnson, who wasn't great yesterday, but he's rebounded today.
Yeah.
I've got Patrick Cantlay. And apparently Patrick can't play golf because he's been terrible.
Nice.
Well played.
Tiger Woods, who, that was just kind of a swing for the fences type of thing. Daniel Berger, who's +1 both days. And then Zach Johnson, who I was very encouraged by yesterday. Today, it's a little slower.
I mean, it's always good to have DJ because he can hit the ball a mile and he can eagle every par 5. But I don't know, Zach. I gotta question you when you're drafting a guy who's got a food for a last name.
Well, I mean, all right, he was my 4th pick, and granted, I've never heard of this man before. I've never heard of him before, but here's the thing: I went, and maybe this is too patriotic of me, but I went all Americans. I wanted 5 Americans because I thought American had to win the Masters, and so that was kind of my thought process there. Now thinking about how our country has been the last year and a half, that seems like a really bad plan.
Yeah.
That was a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how that one will work out for you.
I'm feeling good about this Zach Johnson, though.
No, Zach's good. Zach's a player. I think that was a solid pick. I like DJ.
Not to make it weird, but my 2 Johnsons are looking pretty good right now.
You have 2 Johnsons?
2 Johnsons, double gloves. Come on, Zach.
Jeez.
Sorry.
What kind of show is this?
Kent.
It's a great one, Sarah.
Kent.
That's which one.
Yeah, what's up?
Kent, my man. Can you last week you did a 50-foot tiger shot. And this week I think you have a new call. What's your call this week?
It's Jordan versus Utah. So Angie, if you wanna just mute and or get out of the next 90 seconds to prevent any PTSD, I got you.
Who? Angie.
Who?
Angie's not here today.
She's listening.
Oh, okay.
That's nice that you think she does.
Oh, Angie. No, Angie's here. She's here.
Got it.
Go.
As we rejoin you on WMVP 1000, Utah leads 86-83 in Game 6 of the NBA Finals, looking to force a Game 7 against Chicago Bulls at the Delta Center. Scottie Pippen inbounding, going right to left, the inbounds pass. Who else but Jordan? Guarded by Russell, right wing, driving to the rim, muscles through, gets the layup to go. 37.1, Jazz lead by 1. Stockton with it, met by Kerr. Backing him down left wing, not much off ball movement. 25 to go in the game. Malone cuts the right block. Fed down low, double by Jordan, steal by Jordan. 5-time Finals MVP with it, 17 seconds to go. Operating left wing, met by Russell. Bulls down by 1. 10 to go. Jordan drives in the middle, crosses over, loses Russell, rises from 20. Got it! Bulls by 1, 5.2 to go. Timeout, Utah.
Oh, I love it.
Was I the only one when he said 37 seconds? I'm like, oh dear. Still 37 seconds.
I thought the Riddler was back on.
911 fans here at the Delta Center, and what may be his final points as a Chicago Bull.
Oh, I love it.
Great job.
Ken, you have a future, a very bright future in something.
According to our voicemail, definitely not golf. So, drop that off the resume.
Forget that guy. He's just trying to get on. Which I'll have him on next week to talk directly to you.
Absolutely. Let's have a golf off.
Oh, can we have a golf off?
Let's do it.
Anyway. I'm gonna come up with 5 questions for this golf off.
All right.
Wait, Jay. Can we establish my credibility real quick?
No. Harper, end this show, please.
All right. Thank you for listening to another Mailbag edition of the Back to Back podcast. For the Great Black Tray, Anthony Mays, Tom Habershow, Big Waz, Eden Liu, João from Portugal. Sorry that I butchered your name. J-Logic, Jake Christie, Mama Hoy, Sarah the Pharmacist, Meg, Kent Paisley, Jade Hoy. This is the King of the Ding, Zach Harper, signing off.
All right. Thank you, everybody. That was a great show.
Thanks, everybody.
The Riddler?
Bye.
You thank the Riddler?
Riddler? All right. Thank the Riddler, too.
All right. Peace.
Try to keep it under 4 minutes next time.
Later.
That's it.
Yeah, because you're also a father of two daughters.
Yeah, father of 2. 4 and 2 was 4 and 2.
Jesus Christ.
Amateur bear watcher, the sheep gets conspiracy conciliary. He needs a giant jug of peanut butter now. His wife is and he did not.
What the fuck is going on?
Jade's being murdered
by the Riddler.
Yeah, the Riddler is there. He found
Riddler
Jade.
Showed up. Yeah. Well, I guess this makes Zach the host now.
Jade just staged his murder.